Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium. CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world. CatholicUnderground.com, the podcast about our Catholic faith and new media.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Michael Voris. Oklahoma and Sharia law. That state's November ballot will include a question which considers amending their constitution by prohibiting the use of international or Sharia law, stating that the courts shall not look to the legal precepts of other nations or cultures. Rex Duncan, the state representative who authored the proposal, called it a preemptive strike, since he is not aware of any Oklahoma case based on international or Sharia law. Razi Hashimi, executive director of the Oklahoma chapter of the Council of American Islamic Relations, said the proposal is motivated by anti-Muslim bigotry. More on Muslims. In the UK, Muslim bus and cab drivers are refusing passengers who have guide dogs because they consider the dogs unclean, with one man even facing hostility at a hospital and a supermarket over the animal. The problem has become so widespread that the matter was raised in the House of Lords, prompting Transport Minister Norman Baker to warn that a religious objection was not a reason to eject a passenger with a well-behaved guide dog. Jill Allen King of the National Federation of the Blind said the problem was common and getting worse, in her words. The tension stems from a strand of Islamic teaching which considers a dog's saliva to be impure. Koop versus Kagan. Former Surgeon General C. Everett Koop is urging a no vote on Supreme Court nominee Elena Kagan in a letter he will be sending to senators who are deciding to confirm her. The Senate Judiciary Committee will be voting on sending Obama's second Supreme Court nominee to the Senate floor for a confirmation vote. In the letter, Koop accuses Kagan of lobbying successfully to change the language of a 1997 statement by the American College of Obstetrics and Gynecologists on partial birth abortion. Koop calls unethical and disgraceful Kagan's efforts to convince the medical group to describe the procedure as medically necessary. Quote, she was willing to replace a medical statement with a political statement that was not supported by any existing medical data. That's what Koop wrote in his letter. Stay with us, back in just a few seconds.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web. And RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
And DFWCatholic.org, spreading the truth one city at a time.
German Archbishop accused serious allegations against Robert Zolich, the Archbishop of Freiburg and the head of the German Bishops' Conference, is said to have tried to cover up a case of sexual abuse by a priest. According to the German television magazine Report Mainz, Zolich reportedly said in 1995 that the affected community in Baden-Oberhammersbach, where a parish priest had abused children and adolescents, should not be informed on key details of the abuse scandal. The Archdiocese said that no one wanted to cover up anything. And lastly, changes in China. Although China considers itself officially atheist, a rise in the number of Christian believers there has been occurring for a while now. This growth is perceived to parallel China's economic boom, and the thought now coming from the head of the religious affairs of the communist government says that religion could be a good force for society. Reverend Michael Marcel, who heads the U.S. Catholic Bureau, said conversations he has with Chinese religious affairs officials have given him reason to believe policy changes may occur which may be more adaptable and relevant to China's experience with capitalism. I'm Michael Voris. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And be sure and check out The Vortex today, where we talk about the importance of correct teaching. That's it for now. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tell your friends about us. And as always, God bless you.